Hey, everybody. Just wanted to hop on here for a few minutes. I know you've seen lots of letters come out this week through Facebook and on the website, but I just wanted to give you a familiar face to try to answer a few questions that you might have while we are closed for school for the next 2 weeks. So hopefully I can answer any questions or clear the air about anything that you've heard, especially as we transition into online school next week in the next 2 weeks. So here's kind of the topics that I'm going to be going over today. Lots of questions coming in on Facebook and the website and through email about some of these things. And so I just want to try to address all of them and try to give everybody some peace about the future. So as of right now, school is expected to start back on Monday, April the 6th. Please know that this is a very fluid situation. We are following guidelines from the governor and from the CDC and from area schools as well. They're really mindfully making decisions so that you guys can get back in school as soon as possible when it's safe for everybody. But as of right now, April the 6th is what we're looking at. So let's talk about lunches and breakfast actually as well. So during this time, all students are eligible for free meals. So it doesn't matter if you've been eligible for free and reduced meals in the past. This is for every single student at Bangs ISD. So we're doing this two different ways. We have drive-through times where you can come through the middle school bus loop and pick up meals. And also our bus routes are running. But I wanted to tell you that this is changing a little bit from last week. So instead of picking up meals every single day, we're just going to have 3 pickup times, and that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so, but we're still providing meals for the entire week. So on Monday, if you decide to drive through or pick up meals on the bus route, you will get breakfast and lunch for Monday and Tuesday. So 2 days worth of meals. So same thing on Wednesday, you'll get 2 breakfasts and 2 lunches for Wednesday and Thursday. And then on Friday, you will actually get 3 breakfasts and 3 lunches to get you through the weekend as well. So again, instead of every day during the week, we are just doing that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you can see the times right here, if that helps. So definitely grading is going to look a little bit different during this time, and we are definitely working on trying to make a plan for this so that it's fair for everyone and everyone has educational opportunities to continue to learn during this time. But as of right now, all your assignments will be given through Google Classroom or in a packet form. So if you let us know when we call that you did not have internet access, we have work for you at the high school if you haven't already picked that up. But everyone else that indicated that they do have a way to access Google Classroom, that is where all your assignments will be. And so it is your responsibility, guys, to log in daily, just like you would at school, and communicate with your teacher, see what they've put up there, watch a lesson if they've put a video up there, and then just let them know that you are able to get in, that you see what they've posted. And then most importantly, if you have a question, ask them. Ask them through Google Classroom, shoot them an email. If you don't know their email address, call the front office. We're open all week long, and let us know. We will get you an answer. So please keep in mind, teachers are working during this time. So they're available just like they would be at school to talk to you, to Zoom with you if you want to see if you can get some sort of face-to-face with them so they can teach you something that you're not understanding. So we are still working. It just looks a little bit different. But let me assure you, the one thing that will put you in major jeopardy of not moving on to the next grade or not earning your credits or not graduating is if you choose to not do any work during this time. Teachers have really worked hard to put this out to you in a way that is going to be beneficial to you and not hurtful. And so if you choose not to do the work, we don't have a choice but to give you no credit for that. So we understand there's going to be hiccups this week. We get that, and we're prepared for that. And so we're not going to do anything to hurt you, but you can hurt yourself during this time if you choose not to communicate with us or to even log in and try. So again, please just let us know what we can do to help. Our tech department has set up a help desk at helpdesk@bangsisd.net. If you are having trouble getting in with your student ID, to your Google email address or to your Google Classroom, you can email them here. I used this last week and they got me an answer within an hour. So I know that they're manning it really well and they're trying to help as much as they can. All of your Google passwords have been changed. In order to get into your email address, your passwords have been changed to your student ID. And that student ID is actually in an 8-digit format. So if you normally have a student ID of 1234, you need to put zeros in front of that in order to make it 8 digits. So if your ID is 1234, it needs to be 00001234, and that will get you into your Google email and thus into your classroom. So let's talk about returning work. It's going to look a little bit different too. We are just going to kind of play it by ear this week to see how this is going to work. But if you indicated to us that you do not have internet and you need to pick up your classwork, pickup is available at the high school on Mondays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Tuesdays during that lunchtime from 12 to 1 and from 5 to 6 p.m. And then on Fridays from 1 to 4 p.m. and 5 to 7:30 p.m. So we're trying to catch those times when parents may not be at work, and we can use those times to come pick up your work. Please don't come in the front office during that time, and we're still just trying to limit contact with people. But we will have a table set up in the high school bus loop. So if you'll just pull your car up there, we have someone manning that table and they will meet you outside and bring you your work. As far as returning the materials, we are hoping that you are able to capture your work with a phone and email it to your teachers. But if that's not going to work, please call the office or email your teacher, and we will figure out a way to work through this as we go through the week. Okay, so let's talk about STAR testing real fast. This is a very large announcement. So if you're currently in English 1 or English 2, biology, U.S. history, or algebra, you will not take a STAR test this semester. Normally they were scheduled for March and April and May. You will not take one at all this semester. Also, you will not take one this summer as well. So as long as you continue to pass the class for the year, you don't have to take that STAR test ever again. So don't stress about the STAR test, especially if you're a freshman and you're taking 3 of those. As long as you pass your class, you're good to go. However, if you choose to not do any work on Google Classroom or return any of your work in the packets that we're giving you, and you do end up failing the class, guys, you will be in the class again next year and you will be responsible for taking that EOC. If you're a senior and you need to take an EOC to graduate, you will not have to take that this spring or this summer as well. But you still must pass your classes in order to graduate as well. But if you're a 10th and 11th grader, if you failed a STAR test your freshman year or sophomore year, you won't retake that test this spring or summer. However, you will be required to retake it next December when we have our next opportunity to take a STAR test. Prom, there's been lots of questions about prom. As of right now, it is postponed. Please know that we are waiting for announcements just from the governor and the CDC about schools reopening. And as soon as we get the go-ahead to open back schools, we will work diligently on a date in order to make that happen for you guys. We know it's an exciting time and we don't want to take that from you. So we're definitely working on it. It's just kind of a day-by-day thing right now. Graduation. Let me reiterate, graduation is still scheduled for May 22nd. Graduation has not been moved, and we don't have plans to move it. However, if this situation prolongs a little bit longer and school is postponed longer, we assure you that we are going to do everything that we can to give you guys the graduation that you deserve. Okay, so just make sure and listen to announcements from us from the front office about graduation, but don't panic. As of right now, we're still scheduled for May 22nd. So UIL sports, at this time, there's no sports or competitions for One Act Play, UIL Academics. That has all been suspended. UIL put out this statement, as you can read right here, no contest until Monday, May the 4th. And so also, that date could change too. So we're going to just be waiting for announcements from them. So please just make sure you keep in touch with your coaches about those practices that could resume in April. But as of right now, all of that's on hold currently. Okay, so just lastly, some announcements from the office. If you are not in one of my Remind accounts, if you're a dual credit student of mine, just make sure you're following this Remind account that I have up here. You can join by texting at BangsDC to 81010, and that will get you in the Remind account. I'm passing on messages from Cisco College about their closures and what their plans are, and about your Canvas account. So just make sure that you are in that Remind group so that you can get those messages. Also, if you're a senior, it is imperative that you are in this Remind account. You can join it by at Patrick12 to 81010. I will be giving announcements through there just about any graduation changes or things that we need to vote on while we're at home, if that comes to it. Please, 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 guys, email me or Mr. Patrick if you have any questions during this time. So it's jenny.patrick@bangsisd.net. Just any questions that you have. If you can't get a hold of a teacher, if you are worried about your packet pickup, if I need to bring something to you, anything that we can do to help during this time, just please do not hesitate to email me. And lastly, I set up a Google Classroom for all students in the high school. And so please, if you get an invitation to that, join that class. And I will be shooting out messages, like including this video or any other announcements that need to go out to you. But also, this week is actually when we were going to start scheduling classes for next year. And so I'm working on pushing out a website to you guys where you can do that online and you can see what classes are available. So I will push that out through your Google Classroom as well. So it's important that you're in my Google Classroom just so you can see some information from my office. Thanks for hanging in there with us. This is a different situation for all of us, but we are positive that this next week is going to be okay. Our teachers have worked so hard. And so just stick with us this week. Try to do what you can. Again, if you have a question, call. We're at the office all week. We miss you. School's super lonely without you there. But if you can do your part and stay inside, we're going to be able to see you soon, I promise. So everybody take care and wash your hands. Bye.